Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like it has been a while. I mean, it has been a while since I filmed. I want to get back into my YouTube because I loved it. I did it for years. I did it every single week for a good few years, and then it was every single month. And I like video content. I feel like you can really get a message across. Yeah, I just thought I would come back, and I thought, what better way to start back with my YouTube channel and do a video about building muscle for women, because a lot of women want to build muscle. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you find this video useful, please do hit that subscribe button just below to support me and give the video a like. Any questions along the way, you can pop them in the comments. So we're going to get straight in to progressive overload. Progressive overload is basically building volume up over time, and that is really important for building muscle. The scientific name for building muscle is hypertrophy, and with hypertrophy you want to be increasing that volume. Volume is made up of reps, sets, weight, even tempo, rest times. So basically over time you want to be either increasing your reps, increasing your weight, decreasing rest time, increasing your sets, or changing the tempo. Those are ways that you can progressively overload. You can get stronger and build muscle. Let's take an example. You're doing squats. You're doing 10 reps at 20 kg. Next week, you might want to try 12 reps at 20 kg. And then the following week, you might want to try 10 reps but at 25 kg, and over time you want to be building that up, so you're getting stronger and you're building muscle. What you don't want to do basically is go to the gym every week and do the same weight and the same reps. You're not going to get stronger, you're not going to build muscle. You have to push yourself, and I am going to come on to that as well about going to failure, but you have to be increasing over time. You can also do things like decreasing rest time, so maybe you do 60 seconds instead of 90 seconds. You do need to rest between sets, but when you are looking at building muscle, but you can do things like that as well. Remember that building muscle is slightly different to building strength. Strength training I'm not going to talk about in this video, but I can do a video on that. That's more low reps, longer rest. So that's one of the most important things, progressive overload. You must be progressively overloading. The next thing I want to do is talk about training to failure, as I just mentioned. So you want to be pushing yourself. That's important. I have coached hundreds of women over the last 7 years, and I know that women don't push themselves enough. You want to be, there's an emoji, I'll pop it on the screen. Your face should look like this at the end of your set. You should be doing your shoulder press like this. And it's really hard. It's got to be difficult. You've got to push yourself. So those last few reps, you want to be basically going near enough to failure. Your rate of perceived exertion should be about an 8 out of 10. That gives you a guide, so 8 to 10, not a 2. You shouldn't be going like this with your dumbbells. You've got to be pushing yourself. You're not going to build muscle if you don't. And those girls, if you're following me, who want to get toned, that is the same thing, building muscle, losing body fat. You've got to push yourself. So make sure you are pushing and you're challenging yourself every single week. Okay, and the next point I want to talk about with building muscle is also the program. If you are just going into the gym and doing random exercises every week and just doing a bit of this, a bit of that, you're not going to build muscle. You should be, if you want to build your glutes, let's take that as an example, you should be hitting those glutes 2 to 3 times a week. And you should be doing about, for glutes, about 12 sets overall in the week. If you want to get good at pull-ups, you want to be hitting pull-ups 2 to 3 times a week, not actual pull-ups, but exercises that support getting you stronger at pull-ups. You can't just go in one week and do some assisted pull-ups and then just expect that you're going to build muscle and get stronger in that area. You have to be hitting that muscle group a certain amount of times, and you have to have a structured program. As an online coach, I change my clients' programs every 8 weeks, so it gives them a couple of months to really smash that program, then we move on to something else, so that they can try different exercises to build muscle. So if we take the hip thrust, for example, in program 1, they might have normal hip thrusts, the next one they might have B stance, and the next one they might have 1.5 reps, they might have cast hip thrusts. There's different ways to train different exercises, but sticking to a program is so important. If you struggle with this and you have no idea how to build a program or what to do, I do this. This is my job. I can build you a personalized online program on my coaching app, where I've literally got videos of the exercises. You can follow it along. I do it all for you for however many times a week you want to train, whatever your goals are. I'll put my coaching link down below, you can just inquire there. Next thing I want to talk about is recovery. This is really important. You must have rest days. If you want to get stronger and build muscle, you must rest. Rest is when your muscles grow and it's when they recover. Not in the gym, you tear the muscle fibers in the gym. It's post-workout when you're recovering. So make sure you do not overtrain. I mean, literally 4 times a week is enough. If you can do 4 workouts, that's fantastic. Make sure you rest and sleep. That's what I want to say about that. Don't overtrain. And then the next thing I want to talk about is food. What you eat is so important. If you are eating in a massive calorie deficit and not eating enough to fuel your training and build muscle, you will not build muscle. You'll probably lose weight and lose body fat, but you're not going to build that muscle. And if you're someone who wants to get toned, you need to be eating enough protein, enough carbohydrates, and enough food. So it really depends on your goal. If you're someone who wants to lose body fat, you need to think about, okay, I'm probably going to be in a deficit. Maybe you would want to maybe switch that to losing fat a bit slower, so you don't have to go in such a bigger deficit. And then you'll also have the chance to build muscle. Remember, building muscle requires calories. You have to be eating enough. And it's very hard as a woman to build muscle because we don't have as high testosterone as men. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just harder. And so we have to make sure we're fueling our workouts and we're training properly. So make sure you're getting adequate protein, adequate carbohydrates. If you have no idea how much protein, how much carbohydrates, how many calories you should be eating, again, click that link in the description and I will help you and I'll work it out for you. Don't copy anyone online. You are unique. You need a certain amount of calories for your age, weight, height, activity level, workouts, metabolism, muscle mass, body fat percentage. There's so many factors that go into how much you personally should be eating. Never copy me. Never copy anyone else. So if you need help with that, I can help you. The link is below. So make sure you're getting the adequate amounts of food. Fuel your workouts. Eat post-workout as well. It's really important to eat in the next couple of hours after your workout. You don't have to down a protein shake, but go home, have a good meal or have a protein shake, whatever you want, but make sure you are eating enough. Now, if you don't care about losing weight at the moment and you just want to build muscle, that's great because you'll be eating around maintenance or a slight surplus and it's a little bit easier for you. If you're in a deficit, it's going to be a lot harder. Not saying you can't do it, but it's just harder. If you're new to training and you're quite young, it's going to be even easier for you because you've got age on your side and also you've got newbie gains. When someone starts at the gym for the first time, they get newbie gains quick and that's great and it's a real thrilling thing. But when you've been training for a while, it's not as quick. Also, age affects this. The younger you are, the easier it is to build muscle. The older you are, the harder it is, which is why I always say to start young. If you can start training in your 20s, that is fantastic because when you are older, you will be so grateful for it. I remember that having lean muscle is amazing because it increases your metabolic rate and therefore you just burn more calories at rest so you can eat more food, which is good. Things like protein powders can be great because they're easy. Creatine is another thing to take if you are looking to build muscle. You don't have to take it, but it is an amazing supplement and it's one of the most researched supplements in the world. I personally take it. If you would like to grab a discount at Protein Works, you can use my code CHLOEEXTRA. The link is down below. That gets you 10% off. I personally use their vegan protein or their Wonder Shake. Both are vegan. They taste amazing. They're not disgusting. And I also use their creatine. I use the Crea Pure creatine. They've got 3 types on their website. The Crea Pure is the most pure and that's the one that I use and I have that every day. It is important to make sure, like I said, you are on point with your diet. Make sure you are recovering, make sure you are progressively overloading, make sure you are training to failure, make sure you are resting, I can't remember everything, and even things like drinking enough water, minimizing alcohol intake, all of those make huge differences on your muscle gain journey. So I tried to keep this video quite simple and brief and not too complicated. So I hope it's helped any of you women out there who want to build some muscle at the moment. But if you are still struggling, like I said, I do have some availability for my online one-to-one coaching. You can be from anywhere in the world and I can coach you. I have girls in Canada, in Dubai, I'm in England, so it doesn't matter where you are. And with my coaching app, I can give you recipes, calories, macros, workout programs, everything. So I would suggest having a look at that. But if this video was useful, please do give the video a like and also hit that subscribe button. As I said, I'm now going to be back. I'm going to try and post more regularly. I'll start with once a month and then maybe build it up to every couple of weeks. I am on all the other social media platforms and I post every single day without fail on Instagram. Sometimes, most days, most days twice on Instagram and a few times on TikTok as well. So I'll pop those on the screen and down below. But I hope you're all having a fabulous week and whenever you watch this, and a great day, and I will speak to you all soon.